What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's King Dio, and today I got some more cold ass sandwiches. Cold ass sandwiches, meat, cheese, bread, mayo. But I got some chips this time because I know a lot of y'all was disappointed that I didn't have any chips, even though the point of the video was to not have chips, and I didn't have chips in the first place, even if I wanted chips. But, I got Pringles. I know a lot of people saying Ruffles, but Pringles are good too. Don't sleep on Pringles. Um, so yeah, I got the sour cream and onion. Got the barbecue, and I got the cheddar cheese. Now I'm not gonna lie, I think I like the barbecue and the sour cream and onion Pringles better than the Lay's variant, but whatever. So yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into this video. So I got the last of the roast beef. Actually, this was roast beef that my mom bought, separate from the ones that I bought, because the roast beef I had is gone because I killed it in that video. Pepper jack cheese. This one's Swiss cheese. This one's roast beef and turkey with that Swiss. This is roast beef and turkey with pepper jack and Kobe jack slice. White bread. I'll probably eat a little bit of each of these just for the sake of it. So let's go and just get it in. One of these is like, I want to say slightly saltier than the Lay's version. I think it's just cheddar cheese one. Then again, I don't think Lay's have just a cheddar cheese. This is just cheddar, not cheddar and sour cream. So yeah, but yep. I'm not complaining about it because it's not overly salty, the right amount, but really good. And if I can make a confession, I could have made these hot, and I could have even added tomatoes and lettuce and stuff on them, but I really, really did not want to do that. I promise one day I do a sandwich video, like a sandwich at home. I'm gonna load it up just for y'all, but just know that most times if I'm ever in the mood to make this and I make it, it's gonna be very simple. Mm. Sprinkle a little bit of crushed black pepper on here on the sandwiches. Mm. Though I will say about the barbecue one, at least in terms of this canister, I'm not sure if they all come like this, but it's kind of lacking on the flavor, like the seasoning flavor, whatever. So most of these is like basically a plain Pringle with a little sprinkle of barbecue. I gotta give it to Lay's on that front though, because their chips it's like completely coated. You ever seen a Lay's chip like barbecue or something that barely had any of the flavor on the chip? Not me. I don't even think that's possible. Mm. I'm gonna save this one for last, so I know I'm not gonna enjoy these as much because white bread. I'd say sandwich bread. I don't know. We're gonna see. And these just regular, great value hamburger buns. Still so good. But I do like the sour cream and onion Pringles more than a sour cream onion Lay's. Oh yeah. I got sugar-free peach tea. I haven't tried yet, so I don't know if it's really good or not. But slightly different, but still enjoyable. Like I was saying in the other video, the simplicity of this is probably what makes me love it the most. Cause I have my moments of wanting to be a little extra with my food, but I can see the chips. So, is there any like sitcoms or something that y'all probably watching? Like maybe like a mini series or something on Netflix or Hulu or whatever um, streaming service you got? Like, what's everybody watching at the moment? I'm not watching nothing. I probably put on a few movies depending on the time and all that kind of stuff. Just chill. Mostly just watch American Dad every day. The last show I watched that had like episodes was Squid Game. Well, no. Technically, it was The Walking Dead. Because it was like a bunch of shows that I was kind of interested in, or thought I was interested in, and never came to watching them. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get into like old shows from like before I was born. I have an old soul, so I know there's a good bit of things from like the old times that I could probably like get into and actually probably really enjoy. But Let me ask y'all a question. This can basically apply to anybody of any age, but if you're in your 30s like me, or maybe a little bit younger, like maybe in your late 20s, or whatever, and if you're somebody who's kind of like an old soul like me, like you kind of gravitate a lot towards the decades before you were born and things like that, more so than your own decade that you grew up in and living in or whatever. Um, do y'all get a strange sense of nostalgia for a period that you didn't live in? Because for the longest time, whenever I would like watch certain stuff from like the 80s or the 70s or something, listen to certain songs, watch interviews from those time periods, even look at pictures of stuff from those time periods, I feel nostalgic, which I feel like is kind of strange because I didn't live in those times, you know? The perfect example, or one of the best examples that's coming to my mind, is the show called MASH. That it was like from like the 70s or whatever. Cause you look at the title of the show MASH and how it has that old grainy back in the day look. And it has a, like I said, it's obviously a very old timey like look and aesthetic, but I look at it and it makes me feel nostalgic, even though I've never seen that show before, and that was long before I was even thought of. 72, if I'm not mistaken, when it first started coming out. My parents was babies at that time, you know. So I don't know. But that's also what kind of gravitates me towards it more. Like back when I was getting into boxing, like 5, 6, 7 years ago or so, and I was mostly looking at like the old stuff, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, you know, Kenny Norton, Larry Holmes, you know, Mike Tyson too, but obviously he was like in the '90s stuff. But you get the point. Uh, I look at old stuff, like their old fights and everything, the color or black and white, the sound of the broadcast and all that kind of stuff, and again, it has that old timey feel from that time period. I was not nowhere near born at those time, but I feel nostalgic from it. Like I look at how they used to dress back in the day with certain kind of clothes and stuff. I don't know what it is. Y'all probably don't even think I'm making any kind of sense. I don't know no better way to explain it. But I don't know. It's just so I thought nostalgia could only work if you lived that early period of your life and experienced those things. The only thing I can think of that could even possibly make sense of it is that during those very, very small young years of my life as a small kid, my parents were watching a lot of those kind of shows and stuff, you know? And maybe that's why I have like a connection of nostalgia to certain things like that because in certain instances I do have a bit of a connection. Even if, like I said, I never was sitting there watching that stuff, but just being around it. Like, you know, my dad's a big Star Trek fan, so he's watching all the Star Treks and stuff and how they all, you know, old and stuff. And, you know, me and mother, when I'm real, real young. and she watching the first Halloween or the Beat It Michael Jackson music video or Thriller and stuff. And correct, the sense of nostalgia. That's the only thing I could say makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but because the thing about me is that a lot of times growing up, I was not paying attention to different things around me like other people. Like, oh, I know who my favorite, you know, singer is, my favorite actor, my favorite this, my favorite that, as it's happening or whatever the case may be. I'm not like I wasn't really like I knew some things and was aware of some things, but I wasn't like on it. And then several years or so later, then I kind of get on it, and then now I'm just now. Did y'all know that I didn't actually really like become like a Kanye West fan until what it was like 2022, 2023, whatever it was? And that was because I went back and listened to like probably the first song that I heard of Kanye, or one of the first songs I'd probably say, which obviously was from um, College Dropout, you know, or probably was Late Registration. And from there, I always knew there was always a discussion about, oh, College Dropout, probably Kanye's best album, blah, blah, blah. So I went back and I sat down and I listened to the whole album. And I instantly got hooked. So I was watching all the music videos, listening to all the songs multiple times. Back when I was working in a deli, working night shift and everything, I would listen to his albums as I'm cleaning up and stuff like that. It became a ritual almost. So then I listened to Late Registration, and then Graduation, and then 808s and Heartbreak, and then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and so on and so forth. So now I'm like, man, Kanye is my favorite rapper probably ever, because like the dedication is next level. Now obviously I'm not agreeing with nothing that he's doing now. He's completely lost his mind. But I keep Kanye, a fond memory of Kanye, even though I'm like so many years behind everybody else in terms of real time of actually listening to Kanye West, paying attention to Kanye West, blah blah blah. The same thing with Jay-Z. Now that's a even big one because he his first album came out in '96, but it was like the same effect. I obviously knew about Jay-Z, blah blah blah. He liked a couple of songs here and there, whatever case may be. I didn't give a damn about no Jay-Z, but I started listening to his albums and was just listening and listening and listening. It's like, you know what? Jay-Z's my favorite rapper. I don't know, but that's me though. Like, y'all probably be surprised and look at me crazy if I told y'all the number of movies, the number of shows, the number of songs, albums, rappers, or whoever that I have not listened to or watched or whatever the case may be. Games that I haven't played, like, it's insane. But at the same time, even though I missed out in real time, wherever is the trigger that makes me go and actually explore those things, it's quite an adventure for me. So you know. I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. There's probably nobody like me in the world who's weird and just so like behind. I don't know. If there are people like me who probably hit a lot of the same beats of what I just said, I'd like to know. We definitely could be friends. Tomorrow I'm gonna most likely eat chicken nuggets and French fries. So stay tuned. And again, I do apologize for a lot of the repetitive videos. Um, like I said, just please bear with me. Cause not posting is not an option for me. I post videos every day. And I already made a decision in my head that even if I gotta, make a couple of videos that kind of repeat themselves, like a stretch where like almost every other video, so I was eating hot dogs or something and chicken nuggets or whatever the case may be. Hey, whatever it takes, upload. Because for me, my logic is, my logic is, it makes no sense to not upload every day if you make food videos every day and you eat every day and you don't, you're eating and you record yourself eating. So why not? The only thing sad about it, I'll say, is that because I pretty much mostly will eat when I'm recording, to make a video, I don't get that enjoyment factor from watching certain videos like King Scratch or Ben Dean or whatever the same way I did before, because back then I was eating with them. I'm not doing that no more because I'm making content of my own, you know. So when I watch them, I still enjoy them and I still love watching them for the reason why I loved watching them in the first place. But it's not the same because I'm not eating with them. So again, I can't tell nobody what to do. I can't tell nobody how to enjoy a video, but I would just hope that there are people who, when they're watching me, whenever they can, that they eat when I'm eating. Because at least for me, I can't speak for nobody else, but at least for me, it just makes the videos that much more enjoyable. You know, like when I tell you the number of times I sat there and was just like religiously watching Hodge Twins videos of them eating, and sometimes some of the same stuff, you know. Um, and if stuff around the house got repetitive in terms of, oh, we're eating this again, oh, this is being made again and everything. Okay, so what was the Hodge Twins video I was watching that, I was eating this with? And I would watch that video like I'm not lying. Like that's how I was. Like that's how it was, man. Like, but like I said, I can't do it the same anymore because I record and stuff. So, by the way, the the peach tea is good. I'm not gonna say it's not good, obviously, but that and even the grape. like it don't hit like that lemonade. Like that lemonade is so good. But I'm still drink the grape too. You know, I mean, I bought it. Why not? Sorry for all the face rubbing stuff. When you're a guy and you get beards and your hair starts growing back, it's itchy. You know. But yeah, brother, who gives a crap? I know. But yeah, that was it for this video. Cold sandwiches. Again, sorry to disappoint the people who um wanted to see like a hot sandwich or something. Cause I'm not putting that crap in the microwave. Like my mom, when she make her little ham and cheese sandwiches and she want her stuff like melted and stuff, she'll just slap the ham, the cheese on top of the ham on a plate, put it in the microwave. And I used to do that too, but come on, man, nah, whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I love you on the Wait, hold up. I gotta ask a question. Now, don't nobody say a flavor that's not up here, obviously. Out of these three flavors, you know, cheddar cheese, sour cream and onion, barbecue of Pringles, which flavor is your favorite? I wanted to say barbecue, but then I wanted to say the sour cream and onion. But then I wanted to say the cheddar cheese, but to be honest, I don't know because they're all good. I'd say the barbecue is actually the weak link, at least in terms of this one, because it's barely any barbecue seasoning on there. But the sour cream and onion is like perfect. The cheddar cheese is like perfect. So then it's out of those two, and then it's like I guess they could be interchangeable. Anyway, that's enough talking. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Till next time. Peace out.